Good evening. So I'm still hanging in there. Um, the money that I have just goes to food, and that's it, really. And I really do need to eat. Just like I said, for several weeks, I really struggled with food, like being hungry, not eating for a day or two, or only eating one thing a day. And um, when I got to the hotel in Waltham last week, I was dehydrated. I mean, I drank a ton of water when I first got there and everything. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard being out there, you know. Um, and when I went to the place in Chelsea, just I was hoping that they could give me like a monthly bus pass, like to be like unlimited rides, just like a regular monthly pass. But you know, I could only get like, well, with them, they told me I could get the half off a ride. And so, I mean, of course, that's good, but it's not really enough for me, like I said, because I have to be on the bus all the time now that I don't have my car. And I'm not really going to too many places. I just go to the library and to Market Basket. And like that's what I need to do. And so I just take the bus mainly to do those things. Um, and you know, Today when I was leaving the library, I hopped on the bus to go to Market Basket to eat dinner, and I told the bus driver, "I'm sorry, I have no money," you know. And I know he heard me, but apparently maybe he didn't. I don't know. And and I told him. Then I sat in the bus, got my stuff, got Ross in, and and then he started screaming at me to get off the bus. And I said, I don't have any money. I told you. He's like, you didn't tell me. I'm like, I told you right when I got in. And then there was a guy there that gave me $2 for the bus fare. And then I went up to the bus driver and I was about to put the money in. Then he's like, oh, forget it. But you shouldn't just walk and not say anything. I'm like, I did say something. Well, you should ask me if you can ride the bus. And so I did. I mean, I was able to ride the bus and everything and get off and go to Market Basket. But it's been really tough riding buses because I haven't really done that since like I've been like a teenager. Um, there have been buses that see me and drive off, even if I'm right in front of the bus stop looking at them. You know, um, Today I rang the bell to get off the bus, and there was a bus driver that left me like 4 blocks away from where from the bus stop. And yeah, it's really tough when you don't have much money and you're homeless, and now I don't have a car, so it's scary. And I just try to be quiet and civil with people and try to mind my business, but riding buses is tough when you're homeless, especially like when you have a tiny dog and you gotta grab your suitcase and you gotta be in and out and hope that nobody bumps into you and you know try to avoid any interaction and everything. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was scary. It's been scary. You know, I do the best I can. I try to avoid conflict, but I'm out in the street. I never thought it would happen. And I've been fighting for a while. And when I was able to get a medical leave pay, I made it last at 3 months to be able to stay in, you know, the hotel, have a roof over my head. And I wasn't able to get unemployment, and I haven't been able to get a job. But I really do need a safe place to stay. This is so unsafe. And I'm someone who is very responsible, has never done drugs, and is very frugal. Like any money I get, I make sure to get the necessities, you know? And I'm in this situation, and it's hard. Weekdays, I utilize the gym. But then weekends, I don't have that option, so it becomes very scary. Like, am I going to die tonight type of thing. I mean, the weekend, I was just kind of like, I was in shock. Like, I was just so scared to the point where my body went in shock and I couldn't say too much, you know? And I want this to end. I was thrown out of my apartment on March 26th, and here we are, September 30th. I need to get out of this housing emergency. This is way too dangerous, and I don't deserve to die. I don't deserve to be a victim of a hate crime or, someone assaulting me somewhere just because they know I'm homeless now. It's more obvious now because I don't have a car. You know, this is very dangerous. I'm just using my common sense and stuff like that to stay alive and being resourceful. But I need a safe place to stay. So I will talk to you guys later. Good night.